Hey Aquarius.
The Five of Swords. All right, so Five of Swords. That is a Pyrrhic victory, some sort of defeat, feeling a dishonor. So some of you, I feel like, have been trying to reconcile, or they've been trying to reconcile with you, and you guys just can't seem to come back together. You guys say that you love each other, you guys say that you want to be back together, and then it poops out. I don't know why, or peters out, I guess I should say. So it's almost like you guys both are in agreement, like, hey, let's get back together. And, you know, I really love you and I really care about you. But when it comes down to like the brass tacks of it, you're just not, it's not happening the way that you were hoping for, or the way that you wanted it to, or the way that they wanted to. So somewhere here, you guys keep thinking, we're going to make it happen. Or maybe they're telling you they want to get back together and then nothing happens. It's slow moving. Or you're, you know, maybe they're asking you, hey, can we try this again? And you're just unsure. Something happened and you can't get over trust issues or have faith in the situation right now. So let's see what else is going on. Current position for the month is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is full of mystery. So either you're being very mysterious or they are, or you're both being mysterious. I kind of feel like it's a mix of both. Like you're not giving out exactly what you're up to or whether you're dating or what you're doing, and they're not either. So it's kind of like a standstill. Again, I feel very like stagnant. Because the Queen of Cups is an otherness. It's like an unknown. She's, well, I don't apply sex to the cards, but he or she is very cautious, and therefore, like, you're not willing, you're both, it's really strange, because I feel like you're like, well, I'm not going to tell you if I'm dating, unless I know you're dating, because I'm probably not dating, but I don't want to tell you I'm not dating, and then you tell me you are. It's like this catch-22, like, you're both like, neither one wants to give an inch, if that makes sense. You're both kind of being very closed off because you don't want to get hurt, they don't want to get hurt, and yet at the same time nobody's saying anything. So there's this like, what the fuck are we doing? All right, the next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Knight of Swords. All right, Sagittarius, you got some things you want to get on your mind, get off your mind. You want to have a little confrontation, talk, like have you got a little pent-up frustration, some hostility here. The Knight, again, this is an internal card, but the Knight is somebody who is like, I have some things to say to you, and I need to get this off my chest. However, the problem is, I don't think you are, or they're not, or you're both not. And I feel like for you guys right now, it's very collective. Like you're both doing the same thing over and over, if that makes sense. Like you're not gonna, neither one of you wants to budge. And so you have things you want to say, but you don't want to say them because you're worried you might lose this person, even though you guys aren't together, but you'll push them farther away. And they're the same way. They're like, well, I have some things to say to you, but I don't want to say them because I don't want to piss you off, because I already feel like I've lost you. So very weird. I feel like you guys want to connect, and yet nobody's saying anything. Nobody's coming forth. Now, I feel like one of the reasons you're not speaking to each other is because if you guys did speak right now, you'd have some shit to say. And it would not be maybe the nicest of things to say, which neither, you love each other, you still have this connection, and you don't want to, it's like, okay, we need to like cool off because this is not working. The next card you have is your distant past, so over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood, and you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wishes, wish fulfillment. It's about peace, blissfulness, pleasure. The Nine of Cups is a very good card. This is telling me that the universe wants you to remember that you can still have what you want. If you want to get back with this person, maybe you guys do need a cool off period. Some of you are going to say, I'll never get back together with this person. They don't want me. I don't want them. Then maybe you should watch the singles read. That might be more, you know, in tune for you. But the Nine of Cups is the universe's way of saying you can have what you want. Now, what's riding behind that, I keep hearing, is this doesn't necessarily have to be this person, but I feel like you want it to be this person. But the Nine of Cups is representative of, look, at some point in the past, you had big dreams and you wanted things. You wanted kids or marriage or, you know, just a partnership to last a long time, whatever it is to you. And the Nine of Cups is saying you can still have that. The universe wants you to know, like, don't forget your dreams, even if it doesn't end up being with this person. It doesn't mean that what you want isn't fulfillable, you're capable of still getting exactly what you want. It just may be, it may not work out with this person or the way you wanted it exactly. The universe has an interesting way of making things work out that are supposed to work out, but maybe just give us a little hard time and how it's gone about happening, if that makes sense. The next card you have is your immediate past over the past few weeks, past month or so. Very interesting. This has happened to one or two other signs, Sagittarius, but this is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a charming, very daring, very dashing, very debonair, romantic type vibe. So Sagittarius, in the split time that you want to be with this person, do you have somebody else courting you or trying to court you? Do you have a secret that we don't know about? Not that it has to be secret, you're not with anybody, but the Knight of Wands is almost like somebody charging in. Now, I feel like for a lot of you, this is what you were hoping for. This is what you need from this person. Not that you need them, so to speak, but what you need to see from them is this type of energy, the knight in shining armor. Because some of you have placated and been very attentive, and this person, I feel like their energy is kind of like a lull, kind of like it's just drowned out energy. They could give or take. They don't have like passion or enthusiasm, and it feels like you did, and you get excited like, hey, I think this is going to work out, and then they just don't put any effort into it, and you're just done. You're like, oh, if you're not going to put any effort. So I feel like the Knight of Wands, it's the past couple of weeks, you've been kind of waiting for them to appease this, and I think some of you may have had that. But again, the theme of the month is the fear of victory, because they come rolling in. I love you, I miss you, here's some flowers, and then nothing. And you're like, well, where the hell are we going from here? Like, I thought you love me, you miss me, those are really pretty flowers, what are we doing? And so and for some of you, there's been no contact whatsoever, but you can just feel like you still have this overwhelming sense that you're not done here, that you guys still have a story to write together, you still have lessons to learn, whether it's karmic lessons, whether it's for lifetime, whatever it is, you're not done learning from each other here. And the Knight of Wands is a very capable, very full of stamina type energy. And it kind of tells me that you need to ride this one out. I mean, I really feel like there's a possibility that this person there's some anger here and some hurt feelings, but I feel like this is not a dead energy. I don't feel like that light has burned out yet. The next card you have is your distant future. So yeah, okay. We can just end the read right now. No, the distant future card, so over the next few months, is the Two of Cups, which is the twin flame card. Karmic connection, soulmate, you don't have to correct me. I'll say every type of way you can say it, because anytime I say the soulmate card or I say twin flame card, people correct me. It's fine. To each his own, right? So the Two of Cups is one of the best cards you can get in a romantic reading, because this is a connection. And this isn't like the Lover's card connection, which is a duality. The Lover's card connection it can be about lust and whatnot too. This is an attraction that succeeds all attractions, okay? This is a connection, an energy flow that you cannot just cut off and let go. That's why you've got this type of energy here. That's why neither one of you is telling each other what you're up to, because you're probably both up to diddly squat, but you don't want the other one to know that because you're worried they're up to something. So the Two of Cups is telling me in your distant future, there's a karmic connection here. There's some sort of lesson you have not finished learning with this person. You're having some false starts with that Five of Swords, right? You're having some fear victories where you're like, oh, we're getting back to it. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, they're caught in me. Oh, no, it's not going that way. But the Two of Cups is definitely a very positive energy to have here. It says that there is some sort of connection here. I don't think that light is burnt out, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. The next card you have, is Leo's card, which is Strength. And this is your immediate future. Strength represents patience. That's exactly what you need here, is patience. Neither one of you are willing to, not necessarily humble yourself, but okay, humble yourself. Neither one of you are willing to like take the bait and make the first move. You're both like nervous about how it's going to end, and yet you're both on the same page. You're just on, like, you're here with a wall between you, but your connection's so strong it goes over and around, and if you're like telepathic, it goes through. So the Strength card says, look, if you have self-belief and if you have self-control and if you have patience, there's a very big possibility that you guys can make this happen. Again, it's about strength, but you've got to gather the strength, or they do, so somebody can actually come out and say, hey, what's going on? All right, the next card you have is anything that's going to happen tangibly throughout the month. Could be beginning, middle, end. It could last for an hour, 20 minutes, etc. You have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a miserly, very possessive, very frugal energy. This tells me, again, somebody's not opening up their heart, either you or them. If you guys don't come to this, though, soon, you won't get this. And then maybe this whole read turns into you guys find somebody else and twin flame with somebody else. Because this Four of Pentacles is saying somebody's being stingy, somebody's ghosting somebody, somebody's cutting somebody off. If you continue that behavior, or they continue that behavior, then this twin flame goes away and maybe comes out with somebody else. And it should be positive. I should be saying that and you being like, whoo, it doesn't matter if it's this person or somebody else. But the part of the fact of the matter is you're watching this. And so a belief and hope and light inside of you still burns for this person. And I feel like it still burns for them too. So what a shame if you guys can't come together and actually have a conversation. The next card you have is how you're feeling inside. This makes sense. So you might have somebody after you. They might have somebody after them because of that night. Because now you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is chaos. It's priorities and it's competition. This is how you're feeling. Again, could be the beginning of the month, the middle, etc. You may just feel like, hey, I don't know if they're seeing other people. Do I have competition? They may not about you. It may have been a long time. You may have not talked to this person for a long time, and neither one of you knows exactly what's going on. So you fear maybe they have competition, or they fear maybe you have some sort of competition. But it's all this chaos in your head about it. And again, I worry. I don't want you to defeat this type of energy in the end because you guys, somebody's being stubborn, or you know, whatever the case may be. You don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get hurt, which understandably, but at the same time, you're not getting any further if you guys don't open up at some point. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Seven of Swords. This is internal, but this is telling me that you feel like you're going to be... The Seven of Swords is feeling like somebody is strategizing to manipulate against you. So whatever the fallout was with this person, whether it was cheating, whether it was, you know, whatever it was, although for a lot of you, I feel like it wasn't as harsh as that. It was more just ugly words and nasty things said and fighting. But your fear here is that you'll be deceived, or that you'll end up alone anyways. So why would I even go towards this person? Again, fear of victory. Like, it seems like sometimes you've gotten back together with this person, or maybe a few times, and you just feel like it's the same cycle. It's the same bullshit, right? Nothing's changing. So your fear is, oh, I go back with him again and I get cheated on again, or I get deceived again, or we fight again, or they lie, or whatever it is. So you've got to rein this in a little bit, because I think there's a really good chance you guys are supposed to have a little more... You're supposed to, again, learn some more life lessons with each other. The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the Eight of Cups. And of course, that seals exactly what I was talking about over here, that there's no forward movement. The Eight of Cups, your outcome, is nobody's moving forward. So the Eight of Cups is a stagnant energy. It's dissatisfaction because nothing's moving. Are you going to? Let's see what the clarifying cards say. But the Eight of Cups is the kind of you going, I don't want another cup, I want this cup. But I'm not going to fill that cup, and vice versa. They're doing the same thing. So again, really like hitting up against the same wall. Like, you're on one side, they're on one side, and you're both kind of like, I'm not breaking the wall. And they're like, I'm not breaking the wall either. So the wall just never gets broken, and you guys stay stagnant. Hopefully that's not what happens here. All right, the next card you have is the Six of Pentacles. Charity, generosity, contentedness. This is somebody breaking the wall. This is somebody saying, okay, I'm here, okay, like, you treat me like crap, but I still love you, and I'll answer your text now. Or this is, you know, them saying, okay, you know, I'm not mad, and I don't want to see anybody, I just want to see you. Because the Six of Coins, again, or Six of Pentacles, is a very charitable energy. It's a very, like, somebody's going to break down the wall and say, I'm sorry, or, you know, at least communicate. And then your clarification for the Two of Cups is the Queen of Wands. This person, the Queen of Wands, is a very, male or female, is very confident, very full of energy, of ferocity, very sexy. What is that? Very sensuous, a sexy type element here. So I feel like you guys will be able to rebuild some sort of passion. Now again, it may not be all hunky-dory. There may be a few more false starts. But I kind of feel like if you guys don't do something... You're both going to be like, this, like, I feel like a lot of you are just very connected to this person, Sagittarius, and you're just like, but you're both sitting at home doing the same thing. I'm not calling him, I'm not calling her, well, I'm not calling you. And it's really strange, because I know everybody does that, like, people do that, but it's like a long time coming, and yet the energy between some of you is so strong that you think about them day and night, you feel them day and night, you know, and you know that they feel the same about you. Like, but whatever, if you guys want to ignore it, or if you guys want to, and I know people are going to say, oh, no, they ghosted, they won't ever try. Well, then you know what? General read. But for a lot of you, you know there's that passion still there. You know that there's still that connection there. And I think it's all good. By far, so far this month, you guys have had the best reconciliation read. I will see you in a little bit.